Yeah. All right, good dawning. Welcome to another episode of Good Dawning with myself, Mr. Floyd or Josh, and Josh. But welcome, guys. Grateful that you're here. Grateful to be able to be here. Let's see who is here. And Lucky Stone. How you doing, brother? Welcome. I saw you on Milky Way the other day, and welcome, brother. It's great to see you here. Tina as well, and Shelly, and of course, ubiquitously, Neil. Welcome, guys. Ah, there we go. Phlegm, everybody's favorite, right? So welcome, guys. Grateful to have you all here. Grateful to be here this dawning, and yes, ubiquitous, right? Absolutely. I have no idea. But yeah, so we'll see who piles in here. There's a few announcements, and if you guys saw or didn't see, I don't know. What I have at 1 o'clock today will be live as well, so a little bit different. Josh, brother, hope you are doing well. Where are you, Josh? We love you. Where am I? I don't even know anymore, right? It feels that way. No, I'm in a friend's basement, believe it or not. So back in Colorado, at a friend's basement, and looking for work. And yeah, so we'll see what comes up. Rush, welcome. But yeah, so that's where we are, back in Colorado. Um, but yeah, one day at a time, right? One step at a time. But yeah, grateful. All right, so let's work with some cards here, and kind of take it from there. And yeah, once we get here, we'll make a few announcements. Specifically, there we go. Today, later today. There we go. Don't want to shuffle, but you ever shuffle your cards and you shuffle them inverting? You invert, so you flip one side's right side up, and see, then you flip them. And, yeah, you don't want to do that, right? Especially if it's a tarot deck, because then you won't know what's true as far as reversals. If you play reversal. Wow, my notification worked. Hey, everyone. Debs, hi, how you doing? Yeah, I moved it 5 minutes, so it kind of catch more the end of Truth Wave than like sit for 5 minutes. If anybody wants to come over from Truth Wave, but yeah, all right. So today at 1 o'clock, that's my time, right? So 3 o'clock East Coast, 2 o'clock Central Time, and noon if you're on the West Coast. I will be live, not we'll go live again, I should say, not Memorex, with Fatima. Good dawning. We will go live with cards and channeling, so mostly channeling. So if you have, it's kind of hard to do like just a general reading because it's more like Saint Germain, Archangel Raphael, and all of them would like to speak directly with you if you have anything going on in your universe or what have you. So today at 1 o'clock, we will do channeling and cards, and yeah. So if you have anything going on in your universe, any questions you would want to ask Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, a white buffalo calf woman, you certainly can do so, and they will channel back answers to whatever questions you might have. Hershey, good dawning. And so yeah, Jane, good dawning as well. And here we go. Hang on 1 second. There you go. All right, welcome to the family, Jane. I appreciate you coming around. All right, let's see what we get from Kuan Yin. So 1 o'clock, my time. Hope to see you guys today. And these cards are inverted. Somehow they got inverted. And we will do cards and Oracle, Tarot, Oracle, and channeling. So if you have a question, something going on in your universe, we're not prognosticators. What we're doing is it's basically free advice from Saint Germain, Archangel Raphael, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, and White Buffalo Calf Woman. All right. Let's see what we get from Kuan Yin, and we'll pull out a card here. All right, to the celestial mountain. And all right, that's kind of appropriate since literally across the street here, if you drive out of the neighborhood here, and you will see the most of the front range of the Rocky Mountains right in front of your face. Face cards. All right, so let's see what we've got here. And this is the card itself. There is Kuan Yin and her divine feminine. And to the celestial mountain. You have the ability to invoke the divine power to call the celestial mountain so that you might be gifted with spiritual energy you need to obtain your goals, permitting beings that love you unconditionally to help you in expression of spiritual empowerment. You empower the divine forces that can assist you to come to your aid and help you manifest your visions. Hey, there we go. And of course, we know what the first vision would be. But so yeah, so got a couple responses as far as looking for work, and so we'll see what comes out of that. But yeah, and where that leaves this. But this will still exist in fashion. Just may not be at the exact same time. But, so yeah, so let's see what we've got here. This is the Mind Info Oracle deck. As per Amazon, it's nobody specific. I think it's made by U.S. Games. It doesn't even say. But yeah, so let's see what we got. All right, we're going to take the bottom card as the energetics. Loretta, good dawning. And then the top three, 1, 2, and 3 as, pardon me, how to obtain said energetics. There we go. And, all right, so the top card, there we go, is pause. So, pause. All right, so it says being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself to step back and look at all the possible outcomes. Especially in my position right now, if I take a position, I need to look in where that position would place my position if I get a position, and the position of the position, right? So I got to make sure that I pause before I reposition myself in another position, right? But yeah, so make a decision before moving forward. Allow yourself to look at all the possible outcomes. And make sure, of course, it says, and make sure you're headed in the right direction before moving forward. So, yeah, so there we go. All right, so it's saying to pause for the cause first. When, not if, right? Exactly. Yeah, what? Can't use that card, can we now? It's shuffled into the deck, so we're going to take the next top card here. All right, so we need to expand. So yeah, if you're pausing, there's usually a reason we expand, not like expending your way, but expand, like what you do, right? All right, sorry for the birds there. There we go. All right, let's turn off the turn on the do not disturb. So you do not hear my my notification, right? Expand. That's so weird because the Galaxy S24 that I was using, it did not have the chirpy sound, right? Expand. Another face card. So they shuffled right in. That's good. All right, more adventure. Right? All right, manifest. Oh, this is perfect. Pause, right? Expand and manifest. All right, so what do you want to bring into your universe? You're always manifesting, whether you realize it or not, right? If you're watching this, you've manifested me in some formal fashion, right? You've got the phone or the computer or the TV you're watching this on. You manifested that if you're wearing clothes, right? You had to manifest your clothes, glasses. I manifested coffee, right? With a scoop of hot chocolate in there, right? So I manifested unhealthy coffee, but no. But yeah, exactly. All right, and then align. Wow, this is about as perfect as it gets. Align. All right, so align. So you're headed to being asked to align with your current situation, even though it's not easy to do so, right? Trust that there is much to be learned by being here, and pushing against what is will make things even harder, right? So it's like trying to manifest an opposition of your own universe. It doesn't, Tina, it doesn't usually work. SAB2, welcome. Thank you. So yeah, so you have to be in alignment, right? So, all right, so this is fire, actually, when we look at what we're being told here. Take a pause for the cause. So pause. see what you're doing. When you pause, you regroup the energy, you see where you're going, you stand in it for a minute, right? And so pause, expand. So then let the energy back out. Once you pause, you're contracting the energy, right? I have to manifest my bank account from this phone. I have suspicious transactions. Be right back. Oh my gosh, favor there, Jane. All right, favor to Jane there. We see her bank account is safe and secure, and her monies is, of course, her monies, and nobody else's monies, right? Exactly. All right, so expand. So we pause, then we expand, and let that energy release the energy, so to speak. Why are we expanding? We want to manifest something. So what do we want to manifest? What are you looking to manifest? For me, it's kind of an obvious, right? But what do you? I mean, it could be. I mean, it could be manifesting maybe instead of a job or like an apartment, right? I'm manifesting a rowboat, right? You never know, right? But why not? Maybe it's all about rowing my boat because life is but a dream, right? And then to align. So you have to manifest what you want to manifest. You have to align to, right? So you have to stand in the energy. You have to know that it's there. You have to be it, right? And of course, you have to, of course, vibrate with it. Are you vibrating? And what is your core vibration? I put a video. All I did was just write fire because it's a different way to look at Joe Dispenza, right? The video I put yesterday. So it's in the community page there, but fire is really because it's talking about your core. It goes into really what we've been talking about here, but it kind of hit me in a different way, right? Sometimes you need to hear it in a different manner to get it in a different way, but once you get it, you got it, right? Your core vibration, right? So it's talking about your core vibration, and what frequency, right? So if you're vibrating in a lack frequency, then no matter what you tried to do until you release the lack frequency out of your core, right? Until you lack, lack, lack. Until you're doing so, you're just going because you're in your own toroidal field. This is what the video is talking about. Your own energetic field, like toroidal field, same deal, right? So you're in your own energetic field. If you're pushing out lack, 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 right? Then you're telling the universe, you're sending the signal that I require lack, right? And so you're going to get lack in your universe. It's literally it's what is your core vibrate? What do you program? What are you tuning? What is your tune program? And what do you so we're gonna start working with that. There's some breathing exercises in there. I gotta pull them out of the video, write some things down, and then we will utilize those breathing exercises starting tomorrow. Where it's like Dr. Joe Dispenza, right? Where we reprogram our subconscious, but it's not even our subconscious. We're reprogramming our energetic field. We're reattuning, right? The energetic field, right? So if we release the whatever's holding you back, energy that's vibrating out of you, right? Lack or maybe vibrating the hermit card, right? Hermit, hermit, hermit. So you don't have people coming into your universe. Whatever it is, it can release that, right? And so if you can release all that vibrations of stress, right, as it comes, then you reset yourself in the field and things come towards you. Yeah, it was really interesting. They quoted a couple university studies and like a doctor who spent 20 years doing nothing but studying vibrations, right, and energetic fields. And so yeah, it was really really good. So check that out. If well, we're gonna bring in those exercises, and as well, we're gonna do a few other things here. First off, though, let's get a number card for today. Josh is my genie. I am your genie. I am the genie, the Aladdin of the lamp, right? I grant you 3 wishes. The wish is to find yourself, right? So that you don't need the 3 wishes, that you are your 3 wishes, right? There we go. Bonnie, drive. Yeah, drive. If you're, Johnny, Bonnie, if you're driving anywhere, be safe, and of course, drive with. We see you driving in a protected bubble of love and safety, right? Gotta love the controlled chaos of driving. When you think about it a second, I had this thought the other day. When you're driving down a road, right? There's nothing on the road. I mean, if you think about this, there's how many roads are there? I mean, there's a trillion roads in America, right? And just in the world. But as you're driving along, generally speaking, you never see like giant rocks in the road. It's like somebody came by in some cases and swept the road clean, right? It's like, but how, right? There's, I mean, a lot of roads around here, like literally, like you could take a broom and like they've been swept clean, right? And so when you think about these things, it's like the controlled chaos of driving. It's like you could come around and there's a rock and then poof, but it's never happens. I mean, I hit a deer, but that's feasible because they don't know what they're doing. But otherwise, think about that. So yeah, favor. I was just thinking, like, wait a minute. There's like nothing to stop like giant boulders or somebody putting something in the road, but there's never is. It's just always smooth, clean road, and you just drive right. But the sidewalks aren't like that. The sidewalks get rocks and all kinds of crap on them, but the road never does, right? You go on a highway for 150 miles. There's like nothing except blacktop, right, or concrete, whatever. I flow safely. It's just kind of funny to think about these things. It's like, wait a minute. The controlled chaos in driving is beyond. I mean, it's crazy. Airlines, you know, how many 10,000 planes fly a day, right? More than that. Controlled chaos, and they never nothing. Generally, I mean, it's infinitesimal when you really think about it. When it does happen, we all get shocked too. It's like something happened. Well, yeah, I mean, you have 10,000 or more flights a day around the world, and then nothing ever happened, right? Really? Not only that, and we start to really think about these things like Boeing, right? How many 10,000, you know, hundreds of thousands of planes. How many? How did Boeing building? And you build one plane, it takes like weeks, right? But yet companies are ordering like hundreds of planes that are getting delivered, and it's like, wait a minute, it would take years. Yeah, that's it's like when I think about Folgers coffee. That's the one that gets me right. Folgers coffee is in every shop, everywhere, including 7-Elevens, every gas station, everywhere in the world, right? Pretty much everywhere in America. But how? I mean, really, when you think about it, and they've got backstock of Folgers in the back, right? And they've got like 10 cans on the shelf. It's like, where's all that coffee really coming from? Always kind of blew my mind. When you start to see this in a bigger picture, it's like, wait a minute, something's something's fishy here. But at least I'll be back. I need coffee. Speaking of coffee, right? Jay, my boss was first of the first people to fly an F-100. An F-100? What's in it? I'm thinking of Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure. There you go. Falling rock zone, and all of a sudden there's big rocks bouncing around the road. There you go, right? But tell him Large Marge sent you first, right? But yeah, no, think about that. You drive everywhere you drive, even when it says falling rocks. Generally, you don't see a rock on the road. Generally speaking, I mean, Colorado, you will get once a year, twice a year, big boulder falls on the road. And favor if anybody's there, but generally not. Right? It's I don't get it. But controlled chaos is fun. All right, so let's pull a number card here. We're gonna cut it into three and grab one. Hey, 1010. I used to live a 1010 crest circle. There you go. And yeah, it literally did. It crested. It was at the top of the hill, right? 1010 crest circle. But yeah, so 1010. What does 1010 mean? What? Endings bring new beginnings. We don't even really. 1010 is a number we already know, right? But let's see what the card says. Now, granted, everybody's different. I learned mine from Joanne's Sacred Scribe. That's where my guides dragged me, and that's where a lot of guides drag their for numbers. Joanne's Sacred Scribes. But all right, embrace the journey. 1010. And then throw the card at yourself, right? It's time to bring your cherished ideas to life. The right people, circumstances, and resources are aligning in your favor. Happiness and new opportunities are on the horizon. All right, I'll take it. They're not throwing any ending there. They're just saying new beginning. All right, we'll take it. I like that. All right, so 1010. But, here we go. All right, guys. So grateful that you're all here. Grateful to be here. So 1 o'clock, that's my time. 3 o'clock East Coast. Join me. So if you have any questions, anything you want to ask, and not about them or anything, but anything you want to ask about your universe, and like with Saint Germain, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, or White Buffalo Calf Woman, you can do so. If you're trying to manifest something, if there's blockages, whatever it might be, they're there to help. And then we'll throw some cards as well and have a good time. So at 1 o'clock, my time, Hershey will be live today as well. Hershey, the shadow reader, she's in the chat. She will be live today as well with the True Crime Tuesdays. And so we're not sure. It's always a mystery, like the crimes themselves, right? As to what crime or what she will be doing. So and when she goes live, what time today. So keep your bell lit for Hershey there. And when she rings the bell, we'll come over. Like, we'll come over and visit, right? But yeah, exactly. But grateful, guys. So yeah, changes. Let's do a couple of different things. One thing I wanted to do that I forgot to do. That's the fun part. Exactly. How about rocks in your pockets? Okay, I'm heading out the door now. Favorite Bonnie. And don't put any rocks in front of your car, right? But no, it just surprised me. The only time I ever saw anything on the road, you'll get this, right? I'm driving a motorcycle. I'm riding with these guys I used to ride with on my motorcycle. I had a Kawasaki ZL 600 Eliminator. And you're like, what? And so it was an 86, so it was a vintage bike, but it was like it sat in a garage forever. So it was brand new, essentially. And yeah, so it was a Ninja 600, right? An old inline carbureted Ninja. So the carbureted Ninjas were crazy fast, right? And then faster than a few. Poof. So the 600 Ninja on a low slung cruiser frame, right? So yeah, but I was coming off this highway ramp or onto this highway ramp, right? Onto the highway, and there's a mattress. All right, so I had to switch. Like I couldn't even check to see if there was traffic. It was either hit the mattress and go flying 50 feet into the air, right? It'll launch me like Superman, right? As I'm accelerating up the highway, or swing around it. And so I swung around it. Fortunately, I cut off a truck, but I did not get killed. And yeah, so mattresses are no, yeah, exactly. And I couldn't see it until I was like coming up the hill, and then as it leveled out onto the highway, there's the mattress, and it was like, oh crap. So yeah, so no, we've never seen anything on the road except a mattress. I mean, you see tires and stuff. But I saw a couch once alongside the highway. Somebody was sitting on it. That was fun. But and just sitting along the highway on a couch. I don't think he was sipping a beer, but it would be more appropriate if he was, right? All right, Shutter. I don't know if you are talking to me or the other Jade. No, I don't blow away either. I seriously gotta lay off the desserts. You, Jane, the seeker. I got one hand in my pocket and another one throwing a peace sign. Favorite guys. All right. So, but was someone sitting there? Yeah, they were sitting on the couch. It was a guy, it was a shaggy guy sitting on the couch. But you see weird stuff from this planet. But why not, right? All right, so let's do some channeling, and we're gonna work again. I gotta reorganize this basement today, at least in some fashion, and then I can break through and get some more crystals out. But been re-energizing with this guy, anyways. And but the box is back there, but I gotta dig through it. So I will today, and never to do so today, and reorganize. I gotta reorganize some of this mess and myself too. And yeah, one step at a time. But at 1 o'clock, I will be probably upstairs because nobody's going to be here. Upstairs where it's more bright and light, right? We'll do cards and oracle and channel and yeah, one on one. So I like people. People watching is fun, right? Like if I go to an amusement park, I can't do anything upside down because I have a busted middle ear. It's not busted, but I have a middle. It's not. It doesn't flow like like my middle ear is a little. Right. It happens. We have something, right? So if I go upside down, I get rather nauseous. So yeah, I love like sitting there just watching people and chill. Absolutely. Nah, was it Angel? I okay, cool. Well, that's hot. All right, so grateful. Let's do a channeling and see what we get, and then kind of take it from there. I'm going to work with some energies today. First thing I'm going to do, though, before we even jump into a channeling, something I meant to do at the beginning of the show, which I have not. I got to find my bells, too. I think they're in the crystal box. It may be buried in here as well, but we got to find those bells. And we'll get some things resituated here, but one step at a time, right? Exactly, but me too. People watching can be fun. Walmart's a fun place to watch people, that's for sure. All right, so first thing we want to do, and which I haven't done. Oh, I mean, I do it in the car, like in the Dunning, like when I'm going to dash or something, or in the shower. I'll do it like just as a quick. But let's call in our soul family, right? So on the daily, are you? And somebody pointed this out to me that you know you want them to help, you got to kind of speak up and reach out to them just as well, right? So are you on the daily? Are you calling in your soul family, your angels? So for like myself, it'd be, Ron and Miles, right? Ron being my primary guide, and then Miles, who works with me, and then Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, White Buffalo, Calf Woman, Sasquatch, and the like. Are you on the daily? Are you calling in your family, right? Are you reaching out and asking for them for their help on the daily? So what we're gonna incorporate in Good Dunning, and everybody has a spirit family of some fashion, right? Whether you know it, see it, or not, right? Whether you feel them or don't feel them, whether they're there or not, then that's up to you if you can feel them. But calling them in is a start if you cannot, right? And of course, calling them in is a good start to practice, right? Right, to start your dawning or your daily your day off with, because you're not. And there were many days that I forgot, didn't even think to call, and it's like, wait, my day is not going the way I want. And it's like pause, recenter, and so I don't know their names. I am an angel attractor. Ooh, awesome, Jane. What's an angel? Do you bring angels like they just come into your frame? Do you see different angels? What's that mean? You don't have to know their names, Tina, but if you know that they're there, eventually, and over time, you can learn their names. It took me years to learn Ron's name, and Ron, it's like Ron, he's like Ron and company. Viviani, good tawning. So what we're doing this morning, and I'm sure you've already done so yourself, Viviani, but maybe you haven't, is we're calling in our guides, our angels, and whoever we work with. And if you don't know who Viviani is, definitely subscribe to Viviani. She does Akashic Records work, and she does kind of like energy clearing and such, and it's amazing stuff, guys. But yeah, so let's take a moment here, and you do so however you are. But if you want to follow my lead, or you can obviously create your own thing, or you can do nothing at all. You're just watching. So we don't know either way. But all right, so as we do so, we're going to call in our spirit guides, our family, and we're going to ask them for their advice, their help, their energies for today to help ground into our day as well, to be there when we're needed. So, all right, so we call in our guides, our angels. You can say names, what have you. I call in Ron, and of course, Miles, and my guides, my angels, of course, Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, and White Buffalo, Calf Woman, and Ascended Masters. And of course, all of the others in my family, Sasquatch, Doggy Dolphins, and the like, to come in. Yeti, of course, and of course, Yeti, Sasquatch, and Yeti, right? And Yeti. And so all of them to come in, call my ancestors as well, right? So we call in our ancestors to come in and to be with us today, to help us today, to guide us today, to help us to find our highest self today, to do our best today, and to bring in awesomeness, right? So we call in our family. We stand open in the energy to partner with our spirit guides and family today. And we step forward, not alone, not that we ever are, but not alone, but with them in partnership today, creating our best universes, right? There we go. Perfect. Hi. Hard to read that there. AAPP. All right. All right. Whatever the name is. Welcome. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce it. App Y6. There we go. But yeah, if you're calling in your guides on the daily, or are you, or have you been? But now we're going to start doing so. If we're doing good dunning, for going good evening or something, no. But for doing good dawning, even if it's not noon yet by where you are, so it's still dawning. So we're going to call in our guides on the daily. We're going to call in our angels on the daily, because we're not alone. But a lot of us tend to think we are, or you start to slip, right? If you wake up and you don't call into your guides, call into the angels and whatnot, your soul family, right? If you don't call them in, and you start slipping, and then you fall into your soup, so to speak, and stand in your soup, that's not going to work for us. So yeah, so we're going to call in our guides and angels, and do this so on the daily from now on. Good dawning, Angie. Good dawning. Welcome. All right, and of course, if we're grounding into our guides and angels, then we're going to ask them, of course, to help motivate us, whatever project, whatever you're doing, whatever's going on in your universe. We call in our guides and angels to help motivate us throughout the day, to help us stay on track, to help us have a great day as well, right? All right, so let's do a channeling here, and then we will work on some energetics as well But yeah, grateful, guys. And still have the big hunker. Like I said, I gotta do some revamping here. I gotta get the box down from the shelf, and we'll pull out a couple more stones here, and get things a little more situated today. But yeah, grateful. Where am I from? We're in Colorado at the moment. I'm at a friend's house, staying at a friend's house in Colorado, northern Colorado. I guess you would call this at this point. Denver would be like more central Colorado, right? North of Denver. There we go. Perfect. All right, guys. So here we go. We're gonna channel, and if you're new here, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I appreciate it. Again, we'll be live again today at 1 o'clock, where I will channel Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, and White Buffalo Calf Woman for you, to you, directly with your questions and comments, and you can have a literal conversation with Saint Germain, Archangel Raphael, and all. We never did find out, and I haven't seen him. What happened with Carl there? Carl was the inspiration for that, and we haven't seen him. I haven't seen him around. He didn't come back, so hopefully he got the apartment, but we don't know. But Carl had asked like 2 weeks ago if he was going to get a week and a half ago if he was going to get an apartment on a Friday, and we can't answer that. That's a million different things, right? So Saint Germain wouldn't answer yes or no, although he felt it was a yes, but he couldn't say that per se. But so now he can, but we don't know if Carl got the apartment though. Anybody know if Carl got the apartment? But yeah, so that was the inspiration. So at this point, if you had like, yeah, so we're gonna crank it up and see what happens here. But it should be fun. So I'm grateful for all of you who would want to join in. Donations are accepted, but definitely would not be required. And yeah, so come with your questions about your universe, whatever it might be, and yeah, you can have a one-on-one directly with an archangel or a ascended master. But so we're gonna channel right now. Does anybody have any specific one of my family here that I can channel? Does anybody have anybody that they'd like to see me channel? I will take a request. We are taking an open request for channeling. So whom would you like to see me channel? Miss Tina, I don't remember if I had asked you about crystal pairing. Oh, crystal pairing, nice. All right, and if we don't get a specific, then I will just go ahead and see who pops through here. But we'll give it a moment. If anybody wants me to channel anyone specific, you can throw it into the chat, and I will do so. White Buffalo Calf Woman, you got it. All right, we just channeled her the other day too. It's perfect. All right, and then she's been working with us on the path. So, all right. And it's funny, I'm actually tighter, and I've had a few people state this, that White Buffalo Calf Woman chose me. Some of them you kind of can pull out of the ether, but she came to me. And she doesn't have a deck. There isn't much about her other than this. She's a Sioux. And yeah, so grateful. All right, so here we go. White Buffalo Calf Woman, we are grateful. And whoever requested me, I'm not looking at the chat, but we are grateful. Thank you for requesting White Buffalo Calf Woman and seeing your path, right? As we've been talking about standing on the path, right? As yesterday we had talked about merging your energies on the path. Today we will talk about obstacles on the path, right? We are talking about your roads too, right? You were talking earlier today about roads and how when you are traveling in your automobiles, right? Not by horse, right? Not by foot, not by any other way. You are traveling by your automobiles, your trucks, your buses and such, right? And you are driving down your paths. The paths that have been laid out, that have sadly sealed in Mother Gaia, right? As we are grateful for the progress that you make on this planet, we are also saddened for the progress you make on this planet. For the roads that you have placed, the concrete, right? The black top, right? That you have placed on Mother Gaia, you have sealed her in. She is not able to breathe, right? You have strapped roads and lanes and highways all around your Mother Gaia. You have created all kinds of barricades and barriers around Mother Gaia. And Mother Gaia, one day we'll shake that all off. But for now, as you are traveling down the roads that have been laced across Mother Gaia's body. Just like we were talking about earlier today, you never see any obstacles, generally speaking, right? You may see a broken down car or a police officer, right? That would be an obstacle if you are trying to speed. What White Buffalo Calf Woman is saying is you are generally true to egress, to drive, to take yourself wherever you are going without obstacle. Your tires are round and your roads are clear, so you roll through, right? There is no boxes in the way. There is no trees in the road, right? You are not running over buffalo dung, right? When you are driving, the road is smooth. The path is what? Clear. Your road may have potholes, right? Your road may have bumps, right? But there is nothing that you cannot navigate. White Buffalo Calf Woman is wanting you to see, just like the roads you drive upon are the roads of your universe, right? Sometimes there may be a pothole when you are going down your path. Sometimes there may be a speed bump as you are getting into the parking lot, right? Getting there, you might hit a hiccup, right? Just like in your car, when you hit a speed bump, all you do generally is roll right over it, right? What are you doing in your universe if your universe puts up a speed bump? Are you going to roll right over it and walk over the speed bump on your path, right? And again, visualize your path as you have the past few days, right? We did so last week, we did so yesterday, and we will again so today. So visualize your path. When you are visualizing your path, are you putting boulders in your own path? White Buffalo Calf Woman thinks not, right? When you are visualizing your path, are you seeing a herd of buffaloes standing in the way? White Buffalo Calf Woman would think not, right? When you are visualizing your path, are you seeing BMX bikers rolling down your dirt path? Or are you seeing motorcycles or four-wheelers? No, generally we would think not, right? It is your path. You are creating it, and you would not create it to crowd it with four-wheelers or dirt bikes or any of that, right? It's your path. You might have somebody along with you on your path, and how many of you do? Are you walking alone on your path? Are you partnered? Nobody said you had to be alone on your path. It's your path, right? So what did you create? When you see your path, you are not seeing it blocked, right? You are not seeing it forked, and you are not seeing where it is flooded, right? So it's your path. It is clear, right? You would not create a bumpy and crazy path, would you? You would not create a path that leads you up 150 stairs, right? Your path, as you visualize, is generally smooth and clear. You might be by the water. It might be a concrete path. You might be walking through the jungle, but it is clear, right? You are not standing there with a machete whacking the path in front of you. Are you? Generally, I would think not. White Buffalo Calf Woman wants you to understand that your path that you create when you visualize it is clear, right? Then why are you blocking your path with energy? You would not block your path with visualizing it as bumpy. You would not block your path as visualizing it as ending, right? You see your path continuing to wind, right? You would not block your path by putting pumas on the path, would you? No, you would get eaten alive, right? So when you visualize your path, it is clear. It is probably clean. It is probably blue skies outside, right? It is probably pretty flowers or trees and what's not that you would place along your path, right? If you are an understanding karma, we are grateful to see you. Horses trigger hope. She might be riding a horse on her path, but what we are getting at is nobody is seeing their path broken. Nobody is seeing their path blocked their way, right? When you are creating your path in your mind, it is clear, but when you are creating your paths in your universes, it is not so clear, right? You put bumps in there, you allow for roadblocks, you ground into those energies. White Buffalo Calf Woman is asking why, when you are visualizing your path through your third eye into your mind, right, in your energetic field, you see your path is clear, but when you are walking your path, you step on every landmine. You grab every rock and trip over them, right? You'll see every piece of dung that crossed the path that was laid in the path, right, from cows and horses and whatnot. And you step into it, and you allow for those energies to slow you down, right? So why? When you visualize one thing, you see a clear path. But when you are walking on your path, you cannot have it clear, right? You have to stumble into everything. You have to up and down with your energies, right? But that's not what you are wanting for your universe, right? When you are visualizing your path, close your eyes, please. White Buffalo Calf Woman is wanting you to understand that when you are visualizing your path, it is beautiful. You see hawks flying over, eagles. You may see a deer on the ridge. It is beautiful. There may be a river or the ocean. Are you understanding what you are seeing? Of course. When you are visualizing your life, though, you are seeing it in failure and traumas and not working and this and that, right? Why? When you are closing your eyes right now, you see it as perfect. When you are standing up and you walk into your day, you are not seeing that. That is what we are asking. Why? What is the difference? When you are closing your eyes, the same energy is there. You are the same energy, right? Visualize your universe again for me, please. And you are not seeing boulders in the path. When you open your eyes, though, what is the boulder that is in your path that you are seeing in your path, that you have allowed in your path, right? That is standing in your way, that you feel may not be standing in your way, but that you feel is standing in your way. Can you conflate the two, and can you see that the boulder isn't really there? When you close your eyes and see our universe, it is smooth. The road lays out, right? You can walk it. But when you open your eyes, what are you seeing? You are seeing this bill that is a frustration that you are worried about paying. You are seeing that you might need to do X, Y, or Z, or that in your channeler's universe, you have to get a job or some way to make money, right? So what are you seeing when you close your eyes, and when you open them, what are you seeing in your universe? Are you not happy where you are living? Are you not happy with work? Do you need work? Are you happy with yourself? Why are you disallowing yourself to see and be on that clear path? That is what White Buffalo Calf Woman is asking today. Can you understand that? And if you can, then as we are working through seeing the path and walking down our path, we're going to ask you then why you are seeing blockages in your universe. And what is blocking you? When you close your eyes, you are not seeing it. So carry that energy, the unbroken, the clean path, the clear path, energy into your universe, into your days, right? Do not allow your past. And a lot of you are sitting here conflating your current energies with your past energies, where the universe may not have been so kind because you may not have been so kind to yourself, right? Where your universe may have not been what you wanted. May not be what you want now, but are you allowing it? Are you standing in the energies of the past, right? Your past failures and defeats, your past losses and what have you, right? Are you bringing that forward and standing in those energies again now, right? A lot of us are never truly, really present. We are always creating a universe either of standing in the past and trying to create it from that, right? And that is not going to work because you're only generally dredging up what didn't work in your past and then trying to create a universe now based off of energies of fear and anger. And it's not going to work. Our energies. Your channeler had mentioned about the video he had posted earlier. White Buffalo Calf Woman is asking you to ask, what are you vibrating out, right? If you are trying to bring in monies into your universe, are you going to run around saying that you are broke, right? If you are saying that I need money, right, then you are the grounding energy is a needy energy, right? If you are in neediness, then the universe is going to see that and is going to allow you to stay in, create what? More neediness. It is about your centered energies and what you are walking towards, right? So if you are wanting to bring in more abundance into your universe, there's something you need, want to do, maybe a hobby you have, whatever it is, it does not matter. You are allowed the abundance you are choosing, right? A lot of you say, no, I don't need any of that. Don't lie to yourselves. If you want something, then get it. We lie to ourselves all the time by saying, I don't want, I don't need, I don't desire, when you really have a thought or a want that you need that item that you want, right? You are on planet Earth. There is something to be said for using 3D items, right? If you wanted coffee, but you did not want a coffee mug, you would have no vessel for your coffee, right? So you have to have those things, right? So whatever it is you are looking for, stop denying it. That is part of that walking energy. When you are looking forward in your universe and you are denying what you want, so your path gets fuzzy. You are denying it to yourself. You are thinking maybe I should not have this material want or need, but that is allowed, right? You do not think we had wants when we caught a buffalo, you are insane, right? We had plenty of needs and wants and desires to utilize from the buffalo, the skin, the bones, right? The nerves themselves, right? Everything we could from the buffalo, we utilized. And a lot of people wanted certain items from the buffalo. It is okay to want. Part of what you are doing when you are seeing your path is denying what you want, right? And then you are in opposition. Do not be in opposition to your desires, because that is not going to get you very far in this universe. Your path will get really short if you have a desire, but you are feeling you are unworthy, right? White Buffalo Calf Woman loves you and wants you to understand as you walk your path, right? To be clear about what you want, to be clear about your desires, to see it and to allow for it. To allow for the energies as you call us in, if you are to do so on the daily, we will walk your path with you. White Buffalo Calf Woman is here to help you see your path, right? To help you to know that you are walking the right path. While your channeler here may not look like he is, but sometimes your path may look disjointed. Sometimes your path may look broken. Sometimes your path may not be the path you think you should be on, but maybe you are on the right path. Where you are right now in your universe, generally speaking, is where you are supposed to be. There is no other, and there is no other place you can be. White Buffalo Calf Woman wants you to understand. Stand strong in the energies of positivity, of love, of allowing, right? Stand strong in deserving as well, right? Whatever it is. Stand strong in knowing that you are. You are the I am. You are the source, right? You are the energy. You are the same energy of all the buffalo. You contain the same energy as White Buffalo Calf Woman and everyone in the tribe, right? So as you go throughout your day, it's your path. You can see it as rubble and destroyed. You could see it as a broken bridge. Or you could see your path as pristine and easy to obtain, right? You are walking it. You are the energy that is blocking whatever you want in your universe. Nobody else can block that for you. You are the energy that can bring in what you want in from your universe as well. It's all about where you are standing, what energy you are emitting, right? And what energy you are standing in right now, and the belief that these things can come to fruition. Without the belief, if you are in disbelief of your own universe, we cannot help you. When we heard the thunder of the herd, right? When the buffalo herd came through, we did not lay there in disbelief about what we are hearing. We took a moment. We put our ear to the ground and we heard and we felt and we believed. We got up and we did. Can you do the same? Can you feel? Can you hear? Can you get up? Can you be did, so to speak? Can you do in your universe? White Buffalo Calf Woman wants you to see your path clearly. If not, see what is blocking your path. We will remove those blocks shortly. Releasing transmission. All right. So, just like the road, White Buffalo Calf Woman says, generally speaking, you're not going to get on a road there with your car. She's telling me this. That generally, I mean, you get on a crappy road, you can't help it, but you got to go where you got to go, right? But you're not going to get on a road that has boulders and blockages and a busted water main. And no, you're not going to drive on that road. It's going to be closed, right? Why make your path like that? Is what she's saying. You are choosing, and you choose how you handle any obstacle that may show up in your path, or you choose to put the obstacles in your path to begin with. She's saying most obstacles that are in your path are created there by your energetics to begin with. So there we go. I am a 1099 employee. So you're a contractor? If we all didn't pay when you're, well, that's a lot of if we all didn't, but we have to realize the collective consciousness, right? Like voting for none of the above, right? I mean, what if we all decided as a majority? It's all you need is a majority in the collective consciousness, right? So if 51% went and voted for none of the above, then who would be president, right? There you go. Exactly. My feelings, Zeb, Debs. I'm below poverty, so I don't. I'm old. LOL. Favor favor their Debs, but You're not. You are love. You are source. You are not anything below anything. You are the abundance of the universe, and I see that within you. Right. All right. Write that stuff off. Yeah. If you're a 1099, you can write anything off. Almost. I mean, to an extent. We are not tax advisors here. We do not give tax advice, nor do we understand none of that. But no, you can. I'm sure you can be cell phone and lights and room and exactly. All right, guys. So let's work with the clear quartz. And again, I will be live today at my time would be 1 o'clock. East Coast will be 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock Central, and noon if you're Shelly and Neil and Scotty and on the West Coast. So yeah, come up with your questions, and we will go and you can ask directly to Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, White Buffalo, Calf Woman, and I always say maybe because he comes through very rarely, but he does. Archangel Michael as well. Country girls rock. I'm one in a very small town too. Oh, cool. Laura, today is Tuesday. So speaking of Laura's, hi Lakeside. Laura B will be live today as well. She's live. I'm live at 1. She's live at 5 East Coast, or 3 East Coast. She's live at 5 East Coast. There we go. So Laura B will be live as well with Tarot and Oracle. And if you don't get a reading from Laura, and if you don't want to stick around, if nothing else, come for the front. Come to the front end and the back end. On the front end, Laura will do a group read, which is usually fire. And then on the back end, you can do a 3-card Monty. And pick a card, 1, 2, or 3, with Laura as well at the end. So there's always something there for you to watch as well. But let's work with the clear quartz here. And we're going to, it's up to you. Again, though, we're going to use this as energetics. Today, the energetics will be clearing the path, right? So what are you seeing that's in your path? Is there anything that's been blocking your path that you know of, right? Sometimes we have blocks inside ourselves we don't know. Like I had a block for 52 years 50 years that I didn't know about. I mean, I had some inkling, but I really didn't know. And so, what's been blocking you, or what do you know that's blocking you, or maybe you don't know, but you just feel something's blocking you. Debs, I was calling you at Victor's this morning. Ring, 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 ring. Henny, good dawning. How we doing, Helene? Welcome. Grateful, guys. Henny, I'll be live again at 1 o'clock. Eastern. We're gonna do channeling, like one-on-one channeling. Be fun. Bring your questions, and you can have a discussion with my who I channel. It'll be fun. Thanks for being here, Henny. All right, so let's work with the clear quartz again. We're gonna use this to pick off anything. Today's channeling, Henny. We were talking about the path from White Buffalo, Calf Woman, and things that generally, like when you're driving down the road, you don't see things blocking the road, right? You wouldn't want to be on that road. So why do we put things to block our path, right? And or allow things to block our path that we could easily clear, right? Karma. Great to see all of you guys. And yeah, my commitment to myself is to revamp and keep the show going, and to do so at least Monday through Friday. I can't guarantee Saturdays because my at this moment my universe isn't completely my universe, and Saturdays there's more life in this house. But we will go through Monday through Friday for sure. So that's my commitment to myself and to you guys, and I will committing to at least once a week to do the channeling. Hopefully more, maybe twice a week. One-on-one channeling cards and oracle as well. And so that we will see you today, and it'll be fun. I don't have a set time for it or anything yet, and I may not for a minute, but my universe is kind of like we at the moment. So yeah, so times may be a little up, but we'll figure it out. Awesome, and thank you, Deb. Grateful. All right, guys. So here we go. With your permission, energetics only works with your permission. Never ever let somebody just come up and start throwing hands or laying energy on you without your permission. And of course, whenever it's done, make sure it is hermetically sealed, right? Sealed with love, right? Don't ever walk out of a room in the middle of an energetic transmission either, unless you're planning on sealing it really fast yourself. If you're ever doing so, like, so if you're watching this, just a little couple pieces of advice. If you're watching anybody giving energy in any sort, don't flip the YouTube channel until unless it's going to be like for an hour or 2 hours, and you can seal it yourself. Let it get sealed, because then you leave if you walk away, you leave that portal open, so to speak. He or she might close it, but you didn't receive the close, right? So there we go. Don't be here we go, guys. All right. And so today we're utilizing this to what? Visualize and break up any obstacles that we see on our path. I see no obstacles in finding the most awesome job. I see no obstacles in finding the most awesome place, right? I am obstacle free, right? I am living in an obstacle free life. I am living in a clear life that returns what I need energetically. There we go. So we're clearing down the chakras. And I think as well, Lakeslide Laura will be live today as well with her bowls, her bowl, well, 2 bowls now, her bowls, and there we go. So subscribe to Lakeside Laura, who does go live often, or premieres if nothing. A big ball of it, so thank you. Great advice. I got booted by YouTube sometimes. Yeah, be careful. If you get booted, try to get back into the channeling or to the energy that was there, so that they can seal it off and you can receive the closure of that portal, right? If not, then immediately, if you're like your phone dies or something, you can't get back into it, you got to go to a meeting at work, seal it, hermetically seal it, right? Call in your guides, whatever, and seal off that energy, close it off. All right. Any blocks that we have? A lot of us have blocks based on self-esteem, based on the center. It's not even blocks. It's really what I'm learning is it just truly boils down to our centered vibration. Are we vibrating in lack, or are we vibrating in abundance? So we're going to do starting tomorrow, and I got to pull it out of the video. And if you want to watch the video, these guys are good. I forget the name of the channel, but it's on my community page. They're really good. And it must be a group, because they're like putting out videos like really produced videos daily. There's like, you ever watch, there's like channels on YouTube that like could be like television almost, like television quality. Not that, I mean, but this is live. These are just like a produced program that they're doing. So check it out. All right, so we're going to go from the crown chakra down, actually from the soul star chakra and down. And we're going to pick off anything that's blocking our path, blocking us from obtaining what we're looking for, and resetting our vibration, which is really the key, right? Because we can sit here and we can be in lack, but if we're vibrating lack, then it's programmed into us, and we're going to pull it out of the field. So we've got to reprogram, right? And so that's what we're going to start tomorrow with the energies of reprogramming. We're going to call in our guides again to start the show, as we're going to do daily now as well, our guides and angels to work with each and every one of us. So not only is it you guys as family, but now it's our individual families that we're going to call in as well to work with us to start the day. Pushing energies down through the chakra. Picking off as we go down. Anything that's blocking us, old patterns, generally it's just old patterns and beliefs, that old programming. And so we vibrate the old programming. We're going to seal this off in a moment. Oh, yeah. And if it ever gets warmer, we'll take this out to the park. There's no need to be in a dingy basement, so to speak. But we'll take... All right, let's seal this off hermetically with love. There we go. All right, so... Yeah, so when you go out today, visualize your path. Just like the road, you trust, right? You get on the road and you drive and you trust. You're never going, oh my God, am I going to hit something? Is there going to be a hole in the road? Am I going to hit a tree. No, you never ever think that. They think you're going to want to hit another car, but you never think I'm going to hit a boulder, right? Or maybe there's a suitcase in the road. No, of course not. Never, right? So there you go. But you trust that path explicitly, right? You'll get on. You may not even know where you're going. Never seen the road before, and you got to get on, and you'll drive it like you drive every other road, right? So trust your own path. There we go. And when you get out today and step out of your home, right? And whatever you're doing, trust yourself, trust inside your gut, and call in your family to clear the road, right? So to speak. There we go. All right, guys. Woke up 16 degrees. Holy guacaboya. Not sure. Big Burrito Tuesday. Not sure Taco Tuesday is worth that. Maybe come Taco Thursday this week. Yeah, today's Big Burrito Tuesday, so we will endeavor to find a big burrito somewhere. We'll DoorDash this evening and see if we can find a big burrito for dinner. Exactly. Yeah, tacos are just they're smaller. They're smaller burritos that haven't been filled up all the way, nor have they been properly closed. Right. That's the way I see it. And darn it, so Tuesdays for me are big fat burrito Tuesdays. I want to tan, but it's a little cold to go, but I need it. Oh, nice, Deb. All right, guys, let's close this out with a group hug, and we'll be live again today at 3 p.m. East Coast, 1 p.m. me, 2 p.m. if you're Central, and noon if you're Shelly and Neil. So here we go. Take your left arm up, put it to the person to your left. Take your right arm up, put it to the person on the shoulder, to the person to your right. And as we do so, we're going to take our heart and send it through our left arm, and we're going to send that love out of our left hand and around clockwise through each and every one of us. And we send our love and our heart chakra through and to each and every one of us, through each and every one of us. And as we spin it around, we spin it faster and faster, like the Large Hadron Collider. And eventually, as we spin fast enough, all of our heart chakras merge into one big heart chakra, as we all are on this planet anyway. It's really one big heart chakra to begin with. And we merge that heart chakra together, and we spin faster and faster, and each of us merge in the one big heart. And we take that love that we have for each other, and we take that big heart chakra, and we connect it like a reverse tornado, chink, up into the greater source field, and we lock it in, and we see everybody in the greater source field in love and peace, and we see each and everybody here in love and peace as well. And we see everybody as they go out on this Taco Tuesday to get their burritos. We see each and everybody out there in the taco land having an amazing day, and of course, seeing their paths clear, right? Not seeing any boulders in their path. As they get in their car and they drive to get their tacos, they're not worried about anything in their path. As we go out in our universes today, we see our paths as clear. We see the energy as clear, and we see down the path. We see what we are looking for. We see the goals that we are looking to obtain. We see the universe that we're looking to create, and we see it clearly. We take any of those bumps that we do feel or see in the path. We take any of those energies that keep us out of our path of lack and whatnot, and we vibrate those off, and we see those not in our frame. As tomorrow, we will start working energetically to remove those. As we see ourselves walking down the path, the clear path, just like our cars, when we get out there and ride our bikes, we don't expect anything to be there to block our path. Why are we expecting and throwing up blocks in our path now? We choose not to today, right? We choose to see ourselves as clear, as smooth as that highway we drive on, right? She's like a smooth stretch of highway, right? Exactly. And we see ourselves creating what we want, getting to that other side, right? And seeing on the path there, as we walk down it, as we drive down it, as we skip down it, as we bike down our paths, we see ourselves obtaining what we want. The path provides. We see it providing what we are looking for, and we see ourselves obtaining our goals, obtaining what we wanted in the first place. By not blocking ourselves, we see each other, of course, fulfilled on the path as well, right? Of course, we see Mother Gaia with no X's or O's in her sky. And we see Mother Gaia with no PFAs, that's forever chemicals, or plastics in her soils and waters, right? Go out today. When you step out of your front door, if you have, awesome. If you haven't, we know one Bunny has. And so favor Bunny. And once you step out that front door today, see the path. See what you are needing to do. See where you are going, but see it as a clear path. Don't allow yourself to be your own obstacle in your own path today. With that, we say hallelujah, so it is, and so it shall be. Whew. Here we go. And favor to Bunny, who's already out there, driving around on her own path. But she's not looking for anything to run into her way, right? There you go. I just pulled a tarot card for all of us, and the magician came out. Oh, wow. I'll tell you what, that's just saying that we all have the power in us to choose again and again and again and again. And that's absolutely correct. Every step you take down the path, you choose. Is this positive or am I standing in negative energy? Am I standing in lack or do I trust in abundance? And not only trust, but you have to vibrate that abundance. And so what we're going to start doing is doing breath work starting tomorrow to release our sympathetic nervous system, right? You have to do it the other 2 times today, but we can do it once in the morning, right? As we start to release ourselves through doing breath work and visualization on the daily, then we can start to relax our bodies, get out of that super tense parasitic nervous system, release our vagus nerves, release ourselves, so to speak, energetically. And then instead of pushing against the universe energetically, which is what I've realized I've been doing, we start to flow in because we let go. Join us tomorrow as we start the breath work to let go, right? More to come, more to come. But yeah, we're taking time. It's kind of, but I've watched enough Dr. Joe Dispenza to choke a horse. But I don't know, something about the way they put it in the video that just kind of smacked me upside the head. It's like, wait a minute. So tomorrow we'll start some breath work to release the stress within our bodies so that we are vibrating in a different space. And when we release that stressful vibration, we're not pushing things away because we're telling the universe we're in stress and in lack, right? We're pulling it towards us. John, welcome. The one king. The king Josh is? Huh? Universe, hello all. Welcome. I can't see the lighting in here. John, oh, there we go. John, welcome. How are you doing? Staying warm up there? Yeesh. Favor. And no, we're not going to make you the 51st state, and that would be ridiculous. So grateful for the diversity in North America there, and we love it that way, right? But favor, guys, Bonnie. Welcome. No texting and driving there, Bonnie. Safe and no, but be safe there. But all right, guys. So we're gonna close out. I hope you guys can return at 3 o'clock Eastern time for one-on-one channeling with myself, of course, and Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, White Buffalo Calf Woman, maybe Archangel Michael, and who knows who else, and bevy of channeling that we do here. I just got my nephew into Dr. Joe yesterday. Awesome. So yeah, this video that I posted, it's a spin on Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, but I don't know, I said it in a different light, and it's like, wait a minute, let's try the 3. If that's what they're stating, I'm going to give that a try, and you'll see what I mean if you watch the video. But tomorrow we're going to bring in the breath exercises and the visualization. It takes about 5 minutes, and if you do it 3 times a day, it's a start, right? How many of us are doing anything to really shift as far as like any of that kind of work, right? All right, I have arrived. I'm sitting in my car. Oh, awesome. You have arrived. I love when the phone says it. You have arrived. I'm like, yeah, I don't just get there. I arrive, right? I'm arrived. But, where do you want to arrive to? See that path, right? And get the boulders out of the way, and you can arrive there too. So we're going to clear the path. We're going to walk it with White Buffalo Calf Woman, and we're going to do some breathing exercises tomorrow to start to stabilize our sympathetic nervous system. There we go. Exactly. Because most of our nervous systems are pretty well shot to shit. All right, guys. I love you all. And I will see you all in the next. And of course, today, again, Hershey will be live today. So keep your phones and bells on, and keep watch out for her. I will be her alert. There we go. Notification that she's gone live. Teresa should be live today as well at 5 o'clock Eastern time. Wounds to Wisdom, and I will be live today at 3 o'clock Eastern time. Myself, 1 o'clock my time. All right, guys, stay awesome. I love you all. Thank you for being here, And yeah, we're gonna get this together. Well, it's already together, but onward and upward, right? We're clearing the path, and tomorrow we'll start breathing through the path, and who knows? All right, guys, stay awesome. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next.